Yoshi Hayasaki is the Treasurer's Office Asian Pacific American Heritage Month awardee for outstanding achievement in sportsmanship. He is the owner and director of Hayasaki Gymnastic Center. He was head men's gymnastics coach at the University of Illinois from 1974 to 2009. He also served as a director of men's and women's programs at the University of Illinois. During his 35-year tenure at Illinois, Hayasaki led his teams to 6 Big Ten championships and won an NCAA national championship in 1989. He coached over 90 All-Americans, 50 Big Ten champions, 12 national champions, and produced 3 Olympians. He is a 2-time NCAA all-around champion and a former USA and AAU all-around champion. He's earned over 20 individual national and international titles. Hayasaki was inducted into the United States Gymnastics Hall of Fame in the summer of 2014. So, Yoshi, congratulations and thanks for joining me today.
Thank you. Thank you for the recognition.
Well, as we run through all of the honors, it is well earned. But I have a question. When beginning your career as a gymnast, were your future aspirations in coaching and owning your own gymnastics center? We all know that gymnasts don't have a long career span of performing. What prompted you to follow this path in your career?
Well, I never thought I'm going to be a gymnastics coach or anything like that, but I just got interested in gymnastics when I was in grade school in Japan. I was born in Japan and grew up. And one day, this college group of gymnasts came to our grade school and did some exhibition in front of all the students. And when I saw them do some gymnastic skills like high bar, giants, and flips and all that things, wow, I can't believe they're doing this kind of skills. I can't believe they can do this. And maybe I may be able to do that, some of the things they do that. So, and then after I went to junior high school, I realized that there was a club there had a gymnastics team. So I walked into the gym and the coach came up and said, "Would you like to try that?" And that's where it started. And I never stopped since then.
So at what point did you realize that your career as an athlete was over and you wanted to move into coaching?
That was after I came to Champaign from University of Washington, Seattle. That's where I graduated. That's where I competed. And Charlie Pond was the head coach there at Champaign, University of Illinois, for many years. And he's the one recruited me. So he saw me at NCAA championships and national championships. He said, "Would you like to come to Champaign, be my assistant, and be a graduate student?" I said, "Okay, I'd love to join you." So I came to Champaign in 1970, I believe it's 72, and became his assistant. And I was on the graduate school, and I was a teaching assistant as well. So I was very busy during the first 2-3 years at the University of Illinois. Then I assisted him, and then years later, Mr. Pond said, "Well, I'm retiring. Would you like to take over?" And okay, sure, why not? I wasn't really good a coach yet at that point. I didn't have much experience, but I will try because you are a great coach, and then I learned so much from you, Charlie, and I will try my best. And that's how my coaching started.
So you've had success as an athlete, you've had success as a coach, and opening your own business. What do you consider as your greatest accomplishment within the world of gymnastics?
Well, I produced some national champions and Big Ten champions, as well as NCAA champions and Olympians. But all those accomplishments that my gymnasts reached and accomplished was great. But I have gone through so many students, and the students of mine for 30 some years, 35, 6 years. So my association with those student athletes, was the greatest. And in fact, I still, work, or I still communicate with them. Sometimes I hang around with them still, and those are probably the biggest accomplishment. And I feel so satisfied with my what I did with those students. Went by University of Illinois, and of all the things that gymnasts or student athletes accomplish, that will probably be my best experience, and uh, uh, probably the best uh, uh, valuable experience of my life.
That's great. So you've had a long career in gymnastics. I'm sure the sport has changed. How has the sport, have you noticed it changed over the length of your career?
Yes, gymnastics changed so much, and uh, unfortunately, the skills, the things that they do become so difficult now. I'm sure some of you, a lot of people seen Simone Biles compete in the Olympics and national championships. The things she does, like multiple somersault and multiple twisting skills like that, I just never thought anybody would ever perform skills like that. It's becoming so difficult, and trend is difficulty is the important part of gymnastics at this point. But I just feel that the artistic part of gymnastics is lost. I believe the name is artistic. That's the artistic gymnastics is the name right now, but artistic part of the gymnastics is something is not emphasized, and I feel that judging needs to be changed a little bit, and they put more emphasis and a weight on the artistic part of gymnastics. Then I hope that's going to change as we go, because it's becoming just too difficult. I don't know how much more the gymnast or young students could just keep up with that kind of difficulty.
So as we wrap up the next generation of athletes or professionals in gymnastics, what advice would you give them to motivate them or to make sure they have success as well?
Here's what I think. All the kids, they should try. They should enjoy and have fun doing the sports. So they can try a variety of different sports. But once after they do that for a while, and then focus on one sport that they like. But once you get into that, try to get in a little deeper, dig in a little bit more, and learn a little bit more, experience what the sport can offer to you. And you'll find it's not just a physical development, but I think a lot of mental benefits that you acquire from sticking into the sport, because that sport could teach you a good life lessons, especially you have a defeat, victory, you name it. You are sometimes are very disappointed that you're not succeeding, but at the same time you feel such a satisfaction improving. But the most of all, you dig into the sport a little bit longer and find out what sport could offer. And I believe uh, kids could really learn so much about your life, and that could benefit you later on.
Well, I think that's great advice. You've been teaching, molding, shaping young people for years. They've had all kinds of success and moved on, and that's why you received our award for outstanding achievement in sportsmanship. Yoshi, thank you again for joining me, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you inviting me.